Hello, this video is for application 2. One of the things that I want you to do this week is to start thinking about how to take and move from your model that we develop and putting it from this model idea all the way into a spreadsheet. To do this, you're going to look at example 15.1 in the textbook, and in 15.1 you need to start this exercise by putting all of the information that you see in figure 15.1 to get yourself started. I've done that here from on this sheet. You can see what's going on. One word of advice is whenever you put it in, the instructions that follow in the textbook are going to tell you specific cells to put things in. So if you're off a cell whenever you're adding information in here, like the salary for Kim Clovis needs to be in cell E4. Okay, so if you put it in different cells, it's going to be really difficult for you as you continue on through the instructions as they come from the textbook. All right, it's not going to matter as much about the bold font or the not bold. However, it's going to matter in the actual location that it's in. The question for this week starts off, though, with stage 1. So what I need to see from you in the Excel spreadsheet that you upload into Canvas, 2 pieces. One of them will be stage 1, which will be inputs, processes, and outcomes, just like you did for application number 1. So you're going to need to put in the inputs, the processes, and the outcomes. Just type them in here underneath it so that you know what's going on. It may be worth it for you to wait until the very end to finish stage 1 so you have a better understanding of what's going on. But you need to have stage 1 as one option, and then you're going to start working through steps A through F. Again, from the textbook that I'm working off of, that's page 587. It comes immediately after figure 15.1. and it walks you through individually how to fill in the rest of the sheet. All right? So again, your sheet starts like this. You're going to give me stage 1 as a separate worksheet. Again, if you don't know how to add an extra worksheet, click on the plus button. It will bring it up for you. You can also double left click here, and that will allow you to name it. All right? Start from here. Part A says put in the headers, okay? Again, all you're doing in Part A is adding the headers, continuing on out this way. Part B tells you to calculate a co-premium. In calculating a co-premium, the textbook tells you to write in a formula, okay? This is starting you to use if statements. If the salary, if the job classification equals management, and if you don't write management exactly the way that it's written in this cell, it's going to return a false return. However, if it equals management, return whatever's in column B12. Okay, so if that's it, return what's in B12. And B12 is here. The reason that there's a $sign here, $sign is telling us that whenever we get ready to copy and paste this down so that we can fill in all of these formulas in the future, if you just write B12 without the $sign, as it copies it down, it's gonna become, in this cell, it will become B13, B14, B15, B16. We don't want that to happen, right? Because we really want it to return exactly what's in B12. So to lock that row down, we lock it down by putting a $sign in, all right? This is the next part of the argument. If it's not management, which is B12 here, return what's in C12. The purpose of us using these formulas like this is it's going to allow Sarah, who's the one who wants this work done, it's going to allow Sarah to go back through and do adjustments to just this column and that column, and it will automatically update everything in column F for her. Okay? So again, type in the argument, then whenever you double left click on the little box that's here on the bottom, it will autofill everything in. At that point, you can convert it to a dollar sign. You'll see that it has extra zeros in it. You don't need that. You can reduce those by going to that stage. Okay? That will take care of part B for you. Part C says it's time for us to calculate a tax amount. So I'm going to give you the formula. Again, this is all written for you in the textbook. It says do a vertical lookup. Okay, do a vertical lookup. What I want you to look up is what's happening in E4. So look up the salary for Kim Clovis. Where do you want to look this up? You want it to look it up in this table here, which is A16 through B20. So all of this information here is where it's looking up. Look items up in column 2. So we want to return the tax rate based on Kim's salary. All right? That returns the tax rate, and then we're going to multiply it times her actual salary to get her tax amount. All right? Equals VLOOKUP. Here's what we're looking up. Here's the range that we're looking at from. Return what's in column 2. And true means it has to be an exact match. If it's outside of it, it will give you a NA. Lock down your 16, lock down your 20. Otherwise, as you copy this down, it's going to slowly move down and not capture what you're looking for. Okay? Again, you know how to extend this now. Double left click, change it over to a dollar. And I think the textbook leaves it in dollars and cents. That's part C. Part D, look for net earnings. Net earnings is easy. It's just take your original salary, subtract out your co-premium, subtract out your tax amount, extend it. Part E says now it's time for us to go ahead and calculate a percentage of the salary that they're actually getting out of their paycheck, which means that it is take what they earn, H4, and divide it by their salary, which is E4. That comes up as a number. You need to convert this over to a percentage. And when you convert it to a percentage, the book goes ahead and gives it in 2 decimal places. All right, double left click. This shows you the percent of each one of the employees, how much money they actually bring home. All right? The last part is an overall average. One thing that you will probably see that you may notice whenever you copy things over or whenever things are calculated, sometimes you just get all these little number signs. That only means that what's in that cell you can't see. If you double left click on the side of that column, it will broaden it enough to where it will actually be able to display the information. Okay, now part F, the last thing that it's asking is what is the overall average for each one of the employees? That is equals average of these items. Okay, what I need to see whenever you turn this in is I need to see a stage 1, and I need to see a finished product that looks like this. I'm expecting to see in each one of these cells that you actually have used an equation instead of just typing the number in. So I will be, for your grade, it will be, I'm looking at the equations to make sure that you have put equations in here that drive this information. Back to the model and why we do it this way. We have just created a spreadsheet for Sarah to be able to go in and look at each one of her people's net earnings that they receive from their salary. From this, if she wants to be competitive with other people and it's showing that they're getting closer to 80% of their salary, she needs to either increase their salary okay? Or she needs to decrease the amount of money that they're spending somewhere else. So we have created a spreadsheet for her to come in and start manipulating these numbers or these numbers so that she can get her people into a range that she wants them into. All right? Hopefully this makes sense to you. Again, what I need to see whenever you send it to me, one Excel file, a stage 1 where you put in the inputs, processes, and outcomes, and then a stage 2, which is all of the information with equations. All right? Good luck. Let me know if you have questions.